reach out to us. So we are recording it, right? So with that, I would then now like to move on to the next role. And yes, hello again. I'm the SAA of Venus Toastmasters Club, and I am representing President June Bear to give us this welcome. So may I extend warmest welcome to Tan Yen Ni, who is our distinguished director, Division S Director. So welcome. I think this could be your first time here. And is Peter Chiu here already? Peter Chiu? Not yet. And of course, Yong Mei Lee from Passion. We extend our warmest welcome to you. I do believe we have Asmil. Welcome to you as well to join all of us ladies. And did I miss anyone else, Risan?
I think Daphne is here, and also we have guest Kai Hong.
Right. So welcome to Daphne as well and our guests. Thank you for taking this precious Friday night to spend with us. We hope that it will turn out very, very fruitful. And eat, pray, love. As mentioned earlier by Young Mei Lee, who has seen the movie, I must admit I have not seen the movie. And why did we choose this particular theme? That's because we are an all-ladies club. Most of us have a very heavy plate. We have juggling too many balls. So we would like to embrace this theme, eat, pray, and love, in conjunction with the upcoming International Women's Day on March 8th, right? And today is March 3rd. So with that, once again, we hope that everyone will lighten up and enjoy. After all, it's Friday. So without much ado, may I call upon our brilliant and versatile member, Michelle Lam, who is the TOE of tonight. Michelle, over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rita. As always, your welcome is vibrant and inviting. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests from other Toastmasters Club. You are all most welcome to Venus's Friday meeting, our first Friday meeting of this month. Venus Toastmasters Club is an all-ladies club in District 51. And once again, my name is Michelle Lam, and it's my privilege to be able to be your Toastmaster of the evening. The theme for tonight's club is Eat, Pray, Love. One of the more Zen themes that we've had in a while, I must say, because there was, I think the previous theme was something to do with the Devil's Queen, and we've all actually had some very exciting themes in the past. And today, as Rita has mentioned, in conjunction with International Women's Day, we have opted to go with a more Zen theme of Eat, Pray, and Love. So allow me to very quickly introduce to you this theme and why that's the case. Eat, Pray, Love, as some of you may recall, is a memoir by the American author Elizabeth Gilbert, who traveled for a year in search of meaning, especially after her divorce. And she also had a very painful experience from a failed rebound relationship. So to fund her travels, she obtained the support of her publisher in exchange for her memoirs of her travels. Her first stop was to Italy. And what do we find in Italy? It was all about eating and enjoying life. And that's where from the theme and from the book, Eat, that's where it came from, right? Eat, because she ate and enjoyed her time in Italy. She found meaning in that. She then later moved on to India, where she found her spirituality, and that's where the word pray comes from. And she ended her year in Bali, Indonesia, where she fell in love with a Brazilian businessman, and that's where love comes in to Gilbert's life. And this Brazilian businessman, for those who are interested, she fell in love with him and married him and also divorced him. So, wow, women can have very interesting lives. We all, in fact, I would say, for the benefit of the gentlemen who have joined us this evening, in life, it's important to eat well, to find meaning in that. In life, perhaps it's also important for us to discover our spirituality, the faith that means, that works for us, and more than anything, as part of human beings and the need to belong, love is a very important aspect in our lives. So in Venus, tonight especially, I invite all of us to remember the things that are meaningful in our lives. And as we play our respective roles, may we be able to extend the sense of what brings us peace, joy, and calm in our lives tonight, right? Now, I'd like to also, and I know that there are some special guests, and Rita has already introduced you. Thank you all for coming here. Many of you are Toastmasters members, either from Venus or from other clubs. But just in case, if there's any of you, we were expecting some new guests. I'd like to take this time to introduce Toastmasters International. Rita, if you could move on to that particular slide so I can introduce Toastmasters International. It was founded by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley in 1928 in Santa Ana, California. And his aim for the club is to afford practice and training in the art of public speaking, presiding over meetings, improving social skills, and good fellowships among members. Fast forward to today, Toastmasters Club has existed close to 100 years, and it is one of the oldest organizations in the world. We have about 300,000 members spread across 145 countries with more than 15,800 clubs all over the world. Toastmasters provides many pathways from which we develop and excel our leadership and communication skills. Your learning and development is self-paced, and we all learn by doing in the Toastmasters programs. Very much what you will each experience tonight as well. Many of our role players are learning as we are doing and playing our respective roles. Now on to the next slide. A little bit more about Venus Toastmasters Club. Venus Toastmasters was chartered a little over a year and a half ago on 21st June 2021. And our vision is to empower and support women to improve communication and leadership skills. Now, within the 1 year, we've actually achieved a lot. So in the term 2021 to 2022, we achieved the Early Achievers President Distinguished Club as a baby club. We were able to engage all our team, all our members to adopt the pathway to start on that journey. And also we're very proud to say that we have, in that term, we had 5 Triple Crown Achievers, and we also received the Quality Club, the Gold Award for quality in our club. So we hope to continue this winning streak as we move into this term. So now at this time, next slide, please. I'd also like to very quickly introduce to you the way our agenda is. You will notice that there is a particular format to our meetings, and it goes according to PIE, what we call PIE. The first one is prepared speech. You will experience and see assigned speakers tonight. They will be prepared, they have prepared their speeches and they will be delivering their speeches according to the time that is stated in the agenda. Then we move on to a second section. There will be impromptu speech. This allows each one of us, we invite any one of you who's up to start practicing thinking on your feet and deliver an impromptu speech. And that's going to be carried by our topics master this evening. And of course, the third section in our agenda tonight is the evaluation, which is also a very important aspect of our learning. This is where our general evaluator and the speech evaluators and the top table topics evaluator will be giving their feedback, evaluation on the speeches that have been delivered. And this too is a very key part of Toastmasters Club meetings. So without further ado, I'd like to pass this time to our special guest, General Evaluator Tanyani. She is currently Division S Director, and she's from the Motorola Penang Toastmasters Club. Whether at work or at Toastmasters meetings, Yani is known as a productive activator with expertise in connecting people to walk out the plan effectively and efficiently. When she's at her own space, she claims to be an introvert who loves to spend time with her family and friends to create fun and memorable moments. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome General Evaluator Tanyani, who will introduce our key technical role players for the evening. Over to you, GE Yani.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for the introduction. So my role today as a junior evaluator is to evaluate the meeting as a whole, and I will present my report at the end of this meeting. So I would like to invite my technical role player tag team, timer, counter, and grammarian to give a short introduction of their role of the day. So first of all, I guess Angeline is not in yet, so let's ask Risan to replace Angeline to introduce the role of a timer.
Thank you, GE and Yi. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Madam Toastmaster and guests. As timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluation speakers. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left by using the green, yellow, and red background, which denote the specific time remaining. The table topic should limit their remarks not more than 2 minutes, where at first minute will be green light, 1 minute 30 seconds will be amber, and 2 minutes will be red. After 2 minutes, you have 30 seconds for wrap up. And for the speech also will be the same. Your speakers should be not limit the time given should 5 to 7 minutes, where 5 minutes will be green, 6 minutes amber, and 7 minutes red. And for evaluator, you are reminded your evaluation time is within 2 to 3 minutes. For 2 minutes will be green, 2 minutes 30 seconds will be amber, and 3 minutes will be red. So all the speakers after red, you still have 30 seconds to wrap up for your session. Thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much, Risa. So next would be the role of an counter. Can I invite Jessie? You are on mute.
Okay. Happy Friday evening to Madam and Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and guests. The purpose of an counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crash or pause filler by anyone who speaks in tonight. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I, or this mean, and so on. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used all this expression. And thank you. I pass back to the G.
Thank you so much, Jesslyn. And lastly, the grammarian, I would like to invite Rachel to introduce her role as a grammarian.
Thank you, Yanni. Good evening, everyone. Today is Friday night. As a grammarian for tonight. So as a grammarian, my role is to introduce word of the day for today, as well as I will note down the grammatical error from the speakers, as well as I will note down the nice phrase or words used by our speakers for tonight. So you can see that from my background, I already stated down the word of the day is relaxation. So today is Friday night. Our theme for tonight is eat, love, and pray. What is resonate this, which we will feel very relaxed when we love, eat, and pray. Okay. So the meaning of this relaxation is the state of being free from tension and anxiety. So the sample of this word of the day is I guided my patient into a state of hypnotic relaxation. Actually, before this meeting, I also have a relaxation time, which I took a nap. And another meaning for this word is the action of making a rule or restriction less strict. So relaxation of censorship rules. So everybody, you are welcome to use the word of today. So Yanni, pass back the floor to you.
Thank you so much, Rachel, our grammarian. And that's all for my introduction of my technical role player and myself. I will pass back the control to Michelle, our TOE of the night.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for taking up these technical roles. And now to all our speakers and role players for this evening, once again, the word of the evening, as our grammarian has highlighted, is relaxation. So it is with hope that we will all be relaxed and have an experience filled with relaxation in terms of how we show up in delivering our roles, our speeches. And once again, the word of the day is relaxation. Remember to use relaxation as many times as you can remember. And may you find much relaxation in your participation of tonight's Venus Toastmasters meeting. At this time, as we move on to our first very important section, I would now like to invite Toastmasters Peter Chu, who's a guest evaluator from Falim Toastmasters Club, to read the speech purpose and introduce our first speaker, Anush Gupta, who is the first assigned speaker and also a guest from Mid-Valley Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Toastmaster Peter Chu.
Hello, everyone. So Anush Gupta is attempting the project Understanding Emotional Intelligence. The purpose of his speech is for the member to cultivate an understanding of how his or his emotions impact relationships. It is also designed to help the member to identify how others' emotions impact himself. Not only that, the member will be sharing some aspect of his experience journaling his emotions and how his interaction with others. So Anush Gupta, vantage point, Anush Gupta.
Sometimes emotions can be a bit unpredictable, like the rains in Malaysia. They can show up without any warning and can play spoilsport to well-laid plans. However, if you can at least have an umbrella handy, you will survive the rain. And who knows, it might turn into a nice experience of relaxation too. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, and guests attending this meeting, recently, I got accepted for my MBA to the prestigious Indian School of Business at the city of Hyderabad in India. Financial Times London ranks this school number 6 in Asia and number 39 globally. Accepting about 800 students out of an applicant pool of 7,000 to 8,000 each year. The acceptance rate is low and the level of competition is high. The entire process from application to result declaration took about 3 months with a lengthy application, references, interview on campus at the city of Hyderabad, and finally the long wait for the results. More so, I kept this effort a complete secret from my parents, from everybody. So finally, on the 15th of February, just about 3 weeks ago, when I got the offer of admission from the institute, I was overjoyed. And finally, I revealed to my parents, who were also very happy. Amidst all the joy and the tiny, teeny step dancing with my mom and dad and myself, we were doing at home, my dad asked me, "Hey, a month ago, you said you were going to Hyderabad for a spiritual retreat, right? But actually you went for this interview?" I said, "Yes, I had to bluff to you." I even tried to go to the spiritual retreat location and take a selfie so that you would believe me that I had actually gone to the program. And I started laughing. Suddenly, I saw my dad turn serious. And he told me, "Why do you think I will not take you at face value when you say something? Why do you think you need to show me a photograph in order for me to believe you? You seem to think people don't trust you. And this comes because you don't trust people when they say something. This will harm you in the long run, my son. You should get rid of this immediately. Not everything needs proof. If someone does not take you at face value, move on. Don't bother about it." My God, I thought, how did a harmless joke in such a time of joy for me turn into a serious and heavy discussion? And I am at the receiving end of all of this from my father. So anyhow, I managed a smile and I excused myself quickly from that situation. Later on that night, I sent my dad a text message saying how the same points could have been communicated a little bit differently from him, maybe with a bit more humor, and maybe at a different time, not exactly when we were rejoicing. To which he responded with a simple, "Okay." And post this, I tried to vaporize any tension that prevailed in my home atmosphere by talking about some positive subjects a bit cautiously. So a few days later, from a vantage point, I observed my own responses. And what did this incident make me realize about my own emotional intelligence? Number one, I am able to stay calm when facing some amount of intensity. Number two, this calmness also allows me to respond rather than react. Number three, my response to the situation also tells me that I have become more accepting that everybody may not be on the same wavelength and on the same page as me always. And from this vantage point, I also saw that I still needed to do some work on myself so that I can come back to equilibrium very quickly and respond verbally and very positively instead of having to take some time out and send a text message later. I suppose this experience also taught me that I will face unpredictable Malaysian rains in tropical weathers in life. And while I already have an umbrella to protect myself, I could upgrade that umbrella so the rain turns into joy. Thank you. And with that, over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anush Gupta, for a very relaxing speech. Well, listening to you gave me moments of relaxation. Thank you, and I would now like to invite our next evaluator and speaker. So for the second speech, I would like to invite Toastmaster Yong Mei Lee, a guest from Passion ESG Toastmasters Club, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Yoon Yeven in her speech tonight. So over to you, Toastmaster Mei Lee.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Hang on, let me look at the speech here. Okay. Yoon Yeven will be attempting Persuasive Influence Pathway Level 3, Understanding Conflict Resolution. The purpose of this speech is for the member to develop or enhance her understanding of the steps and strategies to address conflict. The purpose of this speech is also for her to share some aspect of her experience learning about or resolving conflict. May I present Understanding Conflict and Resolution by Yoon Yeven. Yoon Yeven, Understanding Conflict and Resolution.
Thank you, Evaluator Yong Mei Lee. Okay, is my voice loud and clear? I assume yes. I will start my speech now. Understanding conflict resolution. We know everyone is unique. We all come from different cultural background, different families. We all have our different mindset and possess different opinions. Even siblings coming from the same family have different opinions and different characteristics and will behave differently in different situations. So it's common to see conflicts and understanding between people, whether it's in workplace, family, or friendships. However, we all believe that conflict can be resolved in a peaceful and respectful manner only if you know how to strategize and approach it positively. I would like to share with you my personal experience addressing conflict between Indonesian and Chinese workers. A few years ago, I was working in Indonesia as a project coordinator, aka a translator. As the only person who can speak both languages, Indonesian and Chinese, my job involved me to have a lot of constant communications between both parties. Language barriers and cultural difference may lead to a lot of misunderstanding and tensions, especially both of them do not understand each other's. And when I say workers, they are not blue collars or white collars. They are the welders or riveters who work at the under the hot sun. That's why sometimes communicating with them is very challenging because everyone is heated and feel very confused with each other. There's one of the greatest conflict that I faced was the daily target of welded pipe. And for those who work in construction industry, we all know that the welded pipe goes with the circumference of the pipe. If this pipe is 2 inch by circumference, we will accumulate the length of the weld. And that is our daily standard, daily target to achieve. In Indonesia, their daily standard was to have 30 inches per day. So 2 inch, 5 inch, 25 inch, we will add up together. And you should achieve 30 inches per day. But however, the Chinese can weld up to 50 inches. So how do we achieve the middle ground? We have a tight timeline to chase. If we ask the Indonesian to weld up to 50 inches, they will request an OT, lemburan, which will incur additional budget and man days. They will also argue because the man hour, the salary for the Chinese workers is higher, and it is not fair for them to go to chase the target to 50 inches like how the Chinese welder did. What I did was, I always constantly have to remind both sides that is a culture and language differences. I would tell the Indonesian, the Chinese, the way the Chinese speak was loud and their body expressions was very, very big, but they do not mean harm. We have to understand that is the way that the Chinese speak loud, as if they are scolding, but this is the way, especially the Northern Chinese, express themselves. However, the Indonesian are more calm and are more gentle in speaking, especially the way of Nusantara speakers. We know that the language sounds really gentle and also very soft-spoken people. This is what I need to constantly remind both parties. And as a translator, I would never speak on behalf of them so that they will know I stand at the middle ground and I'm not speaking on each other, and I'm not helping any parties in order to have an effective communication. So what we did is we need to practice active listening. I listened to both parties, to the Indonesian side, what is their problems? They have problems with chasing and forced to have high targets of the daily welded parts, while the Chinese feel like they are treated differently, as they need to achieve a lot of weldings, but their peers are not catching up with them. What are the possible solutions? We need to find a compromise. So at the end of the day, after a lot of communication and a lot of empathy listening, acknowledging the language and cultural difference, we decided to stop the non-critical units like the wastewater treatment units, which has most of the parts and a lot of complicated drawing, but doesn't have a tight deadline because it's not the critical unit. And we hire a few of the local laborers to help with the professional welders. At the end of the day, the local laborers, they have the additional opportunity to learn welding so that they pick up a new skill, while the Indonesian workers, Indonesian welders, they can achieve their daily targets of 30 inches per day while not feeling tight and pressured to chase with the 50 inches every day, while the Chinese are more comfortable with the more critical units like the extractions unit and also with a lot of hazardous unit. So each of them, they are happy with each other. That's one of the personal experience. Another experience is a family conflict. I always have conflict with my sisters. And one of the conflict was I rented one of my room with a Japanese guy. So this Japanese guy who stayed with us through Airbnb, he is a smoker. But my house rule flagged that we wouldn't allow any smokers in our house. So my sisters always have a lot of uncomfortable feelings with this Japanese guy. And once they have some conflict whereby they kind of like heated conversation with each other while I'm not around. How I dealt with this is I need to validate my sister's feeling because not everyone can accept smokers. And I need to give recognitions to her that she dealt it very correctly because she voiced out her feelings and she voiced out her uneasiness with smokers at home. I also give positive feedback and advice to her so that next time, do not deal with the Japanese guy alone because he is a boxer. And if there's any conflict between both of them, he could harm you while I'm not around. At the end of the day, I also talked to the Japanese guy I told him that our house rule do not allow smokers. And I also buy some gift and a lot of instant noodle so that at the end of the day, he is happy staying at our home because he ran for 2 months in one of my small rooms. So he is a big client too for me. At the end of the day, I believe conflict can be resolved by both parties talking to each other and listening. But we need to validate each other's feeling. As our previous speakers mentioned, emotional intelligence is very important. Conflicts happen because our emotions are not recognized. So by addressing the emotions, we can resolve the conflicts easily and more effortlessly. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Yevon. Thank you for connecting the dots from the first speaker's topic on emotional intelligence to yours about resolving or understanding conflict resolution. And at the end of it, may there be great relaxation on both parties once conflicts have been resolved. Now on to our third speaker for this evening, and to introduce the speaker and the topics, I would now like to invite our very own Toastmaster Erica Goh to the evaluator for our third speaker, Toastmaster Daphne Tan. Over to you, Erica.
Good evening. For Daphne Tan, she's doing her Pathway EC4, the power of human in an impromptu speech. So the purpose of the statement is, the purpose of this project is for the member to develop their method for giving impromptu speeches and practice adapting rehearsal stories during a presentation. Over to you.
Okay, and the first topic that I'd like to give Toastmaster Daphne is Eat, Pray, Love. Your first topic, Eat, Pray, Love.
Eat, pray, love. I have eaten, I have prayed, and I had waited for my love, but it never came. When the book came about, Eat, Pray, Love, I never read it until today. However, I had the impression that the lady who was writing this book, the author, she traveled from somewhere from her place of origin to Bali. Thanks to the Toastmaster of the evening for sharing with us that she went to Italy and India as well. But for my impression is that she was to Bali. She went to Bali. So when I went to Bali for my holiday, I was like, interesting. Eat, pray, love, find love in Bali. That's why I thought maybe I can find a love temporarily for a few days. Also, never mind. To have fun, right? Ladies, we have some heart in us. Sometimes we just want to have some fun. Never mind that you are married, but just a few days, just for fun. Otherwise, what's life for? Just enjoy to the fullest when you are in Bali. However, until the day I took the flight off and left behind Bali, I never came across any love from others, except I learned one thing about loving myself. Ladies and gentlemen, or fellow Toastmaster here, what is more important, getting love from others or finding the love in us for ourselves? That's a challenge, an intriguing question. If we can get love from others, definitely that will be good. Otherwise, don't worry, on Valentine's Day, take yourself. Any other day, Chak Gomeh, whatever day, White Valentine, Black Valentine, Red Valentine, just buy something for yourself. Be it just a piece of small chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, eat, pray, love. Find it within us. Back to you.
Thank you, Daphne, for expounding on Eat, Pray, Love. And I think what is an appropriate second topic for you in this second 2 to 3 minute speech ought to be, think not, just do it.
Should I do it? It's haunting me. I'm someone who is so scared to speak. I'm someone who is so scared of taking action. Why? Because I will have the fear in me that I may be successful in doing something that I intended to do, or fail in doing it and lost my face. I had this problem. Whenever I was thinking to do something, this kind of thing kept replaying inside me, whether it is being successful or being a failure. Both came together and it actually confused me. And what I end up, guess, it's called, it starts with the word P, procrastination. Yes, procrastination. I run away, I deny her, living in denial, and procrastinate in taking action, or even come about taking decision, in making decision. And what I end up, square one, no progress. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever encountered similar situation? Why fear of success when success should be so happy, a celebration? Well, we may have bad memory in the past when we were successful and end up we lose something or we felt sad over something. All right, ever encountered that? Oh, then why? And how I overcome it? It took me quite many years to overcome it, because I was someone who was so-called conventional, and I don't like to explore out. I was so fearful. Until the day I finally learned, it is just in here. Fear is something that is non-existent unless we create it in here and we believe it. And we imagine that the good thing or the bad thing, most likely the bad things will happen when it has not actually happened. We conceptualize it. And what do you think when we conceptualize it? What you think? You can do it, or it will happen. Law of attraction. Yes. Therefore, finally, I just learned I need to think less, think not. But whenever I see the opportunity of delivering a speech, even when I'm not prepared, well, I just grab it first. Like Richard Benson said, wherever opportunity comes, just grab it and think how to settle it later. And that's me. Just do it. Think less or think not, but just do it. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daphne. Everyone give her a hand for the impromptu speeches. So first topic, eat, pray, love. And actually, naturally, I was thinking with that whole love equation, I was almost expecting you with the second topic, think not and just do it, right? I wondered what you might have said there. But alas, it was about a lot of perception. The fear is in our mind. And instead of succumbing to that, you know, just go ahead and do it. So thank you once again, Toastmaster Daphne, for enlightening us with your impromptu speeches. At this time, we would like to move on to the e-voting for our speakers. And I wonder, I'd like to call upon timer Angeline. if you could share with us if everyone qualifies for e-voting tonight.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
So far, Daphne passed. I missed the first speaker. Probably Risan can share the report. Even exceed the time. Current time report is 7 minutes 55 seconds.
Actually, I shared you the first speaker, Anush, speech is 5 minutes and 56 seconds. So it's within time.
Okay, so I think given that we only have 2 speakers who qualified within the time allocation, we will not have e-voting as per our Venus approaches to this. Okay, so let's move on to a quick time. Let me pass this time over to SAA Rita.
Is it not the time for table topics already, or we're not voting, right?
Yes, we're not voting. You're absolutely right. Thank you. It is actually now time for our second major section of our meeting, which is the table topics section. And for this section, I'd like to invite Venus's very own Toastmaster, Fanny Chong, who is the topics master for this evening. Over to you, Fanny.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Happy Friday evening, everyone. The purpose of the topic master is to facilitate table topics where guests and members will have the opportunity to practice their impromptu speaking. I will introduce a topic and call on speakers who will be given 2 minutes to speak on the subject. If you're interested to take part in table topics, please put your name in the chat box. Thank you. Let me share screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Right. Can I have volunteers who would like to take part? They put your name here. And there are 7 topics. So if you're interested and you can put your name with the numbering 1, 2, 3, rainbow, flower, earth, and sun.
Fanny,
Okay.
Anush is volunteer for first speaker.
So,
Anush.
yeah, Anush. Yeah, I saw Anush. Thank you, Anush.
Thank you.
Okay, let me share. Anush, your topic is, what does the meaning of life mean to you? What does the meaning of life mean to you, Anuj?
Thank you, Topics Master Fanny Chong. What does life mean to me? I suppose I can go on talking about this for the next 2 hours, and it still may not be enough. But let me attempt to put into 2 minutes what life means to me. To be honest, life has meant different things to me over the past 15 years since I started working. And it has changed at every 2-3 years over the past 15 years. So you can think about 5 changes. Currently, life to me is all about being happy myself, because happiness doesn't start with my family. It doesn't start with my career. It doesn't start with my bank balance. It doesn't start with my colleagues. It doesn't start with the place I live. It doesn't start with who my neighbor is. It doesn't start with the last meal I ate. It doesn't start with how good the movie was that I saw. It doesn't start with whether a friend invited me to a gathering or not, but it starts with me. And that's, to me, the meaning of life, to be happy. And if I can be happy myself, I can spread some amount of happiness to people around me. And that would be a very meaningful life to me. And I hope that as abstract the topic was, I know my answer was kind of abstract too, but I'm sure with all of us having been through life at different stages and having had some amount of life experience, my answer would have made some sense. So don't worry, be happy. And with that, over to you, Topics Master Fenny.
Thank you very much, Anush. What an impressive statement. Yes, it really starts with us. We are the one who can create the story and the meaning in life. Thank you very much. For the next speaker, I would like to invite Peter. So Peter, your topic is 1. You chose 1.
Yes.
And your topic is what is the most meaningful thing in your life? What is the most meaningful thing in your life? Peter.
Good evening, everybody. So, meaningful things, different people have different things that are meaningful to them. To a parent, the most meaningful thing to them is their children. To a grandparent, maybe, the most meaningful thing to them are their friends. But as for me, as you can see, I'm a very young person who has just started working. To me, I felt like the first thing that comes to my mind is the ability to think. The ability to think. That is most meaningful to me. Starting off with your career, you really had nothing. You don't have a thick bank balance. You do not have a huge amount of social connections, as well as the appropriate amount of work experience. And therefore, the ability to think logically, reasonably, overcoming situations and problems, resolving them, is very important to me. I felt like, just imagine if a day I woke up and I lost the ability to reason things, to think. That would be a disaster in itself. Because these illnesses can come at any time. For myself, I've got skin illness is called eczema. Like it just pop out of nowhere. So I'm very worried for the day if, let's say, I woke up and I do not have the ability to think. It's rare, but that's the possibility. I hope not. I hope not. And I give you my reasons on why I think the ability to think is the most meaningful thing. And that's my sharing for tonight. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Peter. What a wonderful speech. Yes, the ability to think is most important thing in life. If we are not able to think, we will not be able to do a lot of things. Thank you very much. So the next speaker is Stephanie.
Yes, I pick rainbow.
Rainbow, okay. All right, Rainbow. In your life, if your life had absolutely no limits, what would you choose to do? if your life had absolutely no limits, what would you choose to do? Over to you, Stephanie.
A toast to everyone who attend my birthday party, my 150-year-old birthday party. And I enjoyed the dance that I had with you just moments ago. I'm grateful that I'm living up to 150 and still feeling so young. And most importantly, of course, financial freedom. What is the most important in our life is that it doesn't matter until which age we live to. Make sure we live it to the fullest. And I'm here celebrating my 150. And I hope those of you who are in the 20s, in your 20s, 30s, 40s, to join me again when I celebrate my 200-year-old birthday. By then, just plus 50 to your age, current age, 70 something, 80, 100. It will be so wonderful to have all of you together with me in such a room of joy. And I'm thankful because of all of you who have supported me. Never mind that you are only 20s and get to know me, or I get to know you for just a few months. It doesn't matter because you have added value to my life. And because of that, I feel the joy in me, and that joy actually helps me to move forward in my life. When this is healthy, naturally, my body will be healthy because what our mind can conceive, we will be. And because I love all of you to be with me in such a celebration of joy, I know I have to live healthy, I take exercise, make exercise, and I need money as well, unlimited money flowing in. Yes. What about you? When you are celebrating your 100-year-old, 150, let's wait and see. Back to you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Well done. If I could live like 150 years old, I could have achieved a lot of things. What a meaningful life. Yeah, thank you. And the next speaker is Asmil. Yes, chosen son. How to make your life more meaningful? How to make your life more meaningful? Asmil.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Just thinking about that question. First, I want to understand what does it mean, meaning to life? Because it changes throughout my life. I'm not as young as Peter, but like Peter, my bank account is still not very thick. So it used to be very important to me. It's very important for me to have a lot of money. So I was out going about to find the best job, highest paying salary, or I was also looking for business opportunity. That was in my 20s. In my 30s, I was looking for stability, peace and quiet. That brings meaning to me. And I'm able to get that at home. So I focus my energy from corporate environment to home. Now I am in my 40s. What brings meaning to me is when I gather with my extended family. Because what used to be just the four of us, my siblings, it has now expanded. My niece and nephews are now getting married, are getting their own children, they have got their own families. very rare that we get together. And every time we are able to get together, that brings meaning to me. So thinking about that question again, this is my priority for now. I'm thinking what would be meaningful in 10 years down the road when I'm in my 50s. Maybe it will change. Maybe this is some opportunity for me to look after my grandchildren, and that will bring a different meaning to my life. I guess that's it. Just to think about what brings meaning to us, it changes over time. Thank you. Back to you, those table topic master.
Thank you, Asmil. Wow, really nice. Family is your priority. I agree. It's important for everyone. And you already say it, like in the 40s, you would like to spend more time with your extended family. And if it's in 50s, it could be with your grandchildren. You already have planned ahead. Well done. Before I end the table topic session, I would like to invite our guests. Can I invite Kai Hong?
Hey, hi.
Okay, right. Kai Hong, what would you like? What is the topic you want to choose? You have, let me see. You have one. Okay, you only have 2 and 3 left.
Then I choose
Which
number
one?
2. I choose 2.
2. Okay. Let me share number 2. Okay, give me a minute. All right. Who is the most important person in your life and why? Who is the most important person in your life and why? Thank you, Kai Hong.
Okay. Actually, now I already have one son and I already married. To me, my parents, my son, my wife, all are very important to me. If I only can choose one, I think the most important is my son, because he is very cute. And yesterday actually is his 2 years old birthday, so we are celebrating his birthday. So now I'm actually also work quite hard now to earn money and to give the best life for him. Although he's just 2 years old, but every Saturday also just bring him to school. Although the cost is quite high, but I think it's still worth. So at this moment, my son, I think, is the most important to me. That's all from sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, Kai Hong. Yeah, actually, the children, it's really plays a lot of, important role in our life. And I wonder why you did say your wife, but I think because your son is 2 years old, is still very young. Yeah, and then you make the point that, because he's 2 years old and you have to work hard, right? So it's a long way for you, Kai Hong. Thank you very much. So before I end, is there anyone else? Otherwise, then we will end the session and I will pass the time back to our Toastmaster of the evening. Thank you.
Okay, a round of applause for our topics master, Fanny Chong. Thank you very much for inviting all our guests to participate in impromptu speech this evening. At this time, I'd like to invite our timer, Angeline, to let us know if we're good to go for e-voting.
Yes, all good, all qualified.
Great. So now it's my privilege to invite back SAA Rita to please run the polls for our guests and Toastmaster to vote for their favorite impromptu speaker.
Risan, can you launch the poll?
I think the poll start, right?
Okay, great.
Okay, everyone, the poll shall end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, and now I believe we will have a group photo. So every one of you, we are invited to please turn on your cameras. Now's not a time to be shy at all. We want to make sure we see everyone's beautiful smiles in our Eat, Pray, Love themed meeting tonight. Okay, and Serene, are you there? Would you like to join us in this photo opportunity? She has a love sign. Okay. All right. Okay, while the love sign is up, Rita, would you like to help us capture the
Sure. I've actually already taken one already. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
Propose the love emoji for all since we have the eat, pray, and love, right? So tonight we put an emoji of love for everyone in the group photo.
All right.
Hey.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, let's take a very quick 5-minute break and be back in this room at 9:15. Okay, I recognize bio breaks are important for such meetings. So let's take a 5 minutes and come back. And those of you who are okay, please stay on to also network with us if you'd like, if you're not taking that break. Hi, June.
Hi.
Checking your voice. How are you?
This morning getting a little bit better, but after talking in office, now being very sexy again.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us. I know you're not feeling so well and lost your voice, but it's great to see you here tonight.
Thank you. I'm sure with you and Rita around, the meeting will still carry out perfectly. So I have 110% on your. And I want to say thank you to Asmil and Daphne and Yani that joining our meeting today.
Yes, we have 2 roses with the initial starting of A, and they're so active, the 2 A's.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, I think with every meeting, it's not just some of us, but actually all of us here, the guests and all the role players that are making this evening a success, right? That it's moving smoothly. I think without the participation, that's where I think it will be very challenging. But I'm really, really encouraged to see everyone here and those who have taken up roles showing up. So it's really great. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Anuj with you. I just wanted to say I had no idea that Venus was an all-women's club. And just a coincidence that I landed up wearing pink today. But so much fun to be here. Such a lovely vibe, such great energy. Absolutely love it. And I'm wondering, why didn't I find this club before, right? Shit. Need to come here more often.
Not too late.
Yeah. And I really like to invite all of you all to come over to my club too sometime. It's the Mid-Valley Toastmasters Club. I'm VPE. We are more online now, not physical. So, but we meet on the 2nd and the 4th Mondays of every month. So this month, our meeting is March 13th and March 27th. From about, say, our meeting room opens at 6:45 p.m. KL time, and meeting starts 30 minutes later, 7:15 p.m. KL time, and goes on for about 2 hours, give or take 10 minutes. So, we're always looking for people who want to be general evaluators, people who want to be GEs, table topics evaluators, whatever. I'm going to just post my number here.
Anush, I think we will invite you to our Venus Friends WhatsApp group.
So
Then
that you can join, add your details and share your club information.
yeah.
Yeah. I just actually every time I did share the club meeting details in VPE groups. So
Yeah.
you pick out my message.
Yes, that is true. You do share it before, and I share my meeting details too, but I guess just the rush of things, right? We end up taking up roles. Like I took up this role because I was looking for a speech slot in another club, and just so well I found it. But then Toastmasters is like what's that line? There are no strangers in Toastmasters, just friends you haven't met. So I made a lot of new friends today.
Yeah, it's great. We can have you tonight also. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for accepting my speech slot. Thank you.
Asmil. So Asmil, just wondering, how about your club, VP Bangsa?
My club, we are on hybrid now. We meet every Tuesday, but my meeting is lunchtime. So that will be the second and fourth Tuesday during lunch, 11:30 to 1 p.m. The good thing is lunch is provided if you attend physically.
Oh.
But you need to let us know before so that we can prepare the food. Yeah.
So Asmir, your club meeting is a hybrid?
Hybrid. Yeah. We wanted to move back to physical 100%, but a lot of challenges. People get too comfortable with virtual already. It's a bit difficult to move to fully physical.
Yeah. By the way, Venus meeting is going to change our meeting time to Tuesday, every second and fourth Tuesday instead of Friday.
But this time,
same timing.
this time, right.
Next month, April onwards, is going to change the date.
Okay. That will be the
No
same as
conflict.
my meeting days, but mine will be lunchtime.
Lunchtime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, after we have lunch in your club, we can come back to Venus
Can.
for dinner.
Venus will provide dinner.
Okay, well, it is now 9:16. I invite all of you to stay tuned to the very end, and where we can actually share more information and exchange, exchange ideas as well at that time. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, we have now at the third key aspect or section of Toastmasters meeting, which is the evaluation section. So in this case, this is very much in line with Toastmasters again, in terms of the spirit of Toastmasters Club meetings, because we learn everything by doing. So each speech and table topics are evaluated and given feedback. So we improve ourselves from time to time. So at this time, I'd like to welcome back our GE Yani to lead this next portion of the evening, such as the speech evaluations, the table topics evaluations, technical report session, and last but not least, for Yani to provide her GE report. So without further ado, over to you, GE Yani.
Thank you so much, Michelle. So let's not waste time. I will straight away invite our first evaluator to evaluate our first speaker, Andrew. Peter, please go ahead.
Anush Gupta, first of all, I would like to say congratulations on completing your MBA. And not only that, I would like to congratulate you on doing your speech wonderfully tonight. I love your speech for several reasons. One is that you start off with something interesting. You start off with a metaphor of the rains, something very relevant to what's happening now, and that captures my attention. Not only that, you added appropriate amount of hand gestures like the umbrella, this and that. And that's really cool, and that attracts my attention throughout your speech. And thirdly, you not only do you have hand gestures, you also have the right facial gestures. I can see your eyebrows raising. I can also see your iris paying attention to the pinhole of the camera. and your role playing of your father is also done really well. If I would have, your speech is really almost perfect, and if I would have a suggestion, I would give you this. I would, during situations or sections where the emotions are heavy, you may add more pauses to recollect their attention. So pauses are great because it creates a change in the situation. It brings back whatever the audience has been thinking in their minds to the present, and then you carry on with your speech. And another tip for you, second tip for you, when it comes to emotional heavy topics, because I understand that tonight is a very formal speech. That's good, keep it there. But if you would like to try an informal method, I know of a way. That is to start off with a deep breath, then declare what you would like to declare, an emotional topic, a confession, or whatever. That can add impact. I learned it from acting school. So tonight, I really enjoy your speech, and because it has appropriate amount of facial gestures, hand gestures, and the speech is structured really well. My suggestion is just to add intentional pauses, as well as you can use the method of breathing in before declaring your impact or emotional moment. And congratulations on completing MBA, and also very well done on your speech tonight.
Thank you so much, Peter. And next, I would like to invite Meili to evaluate Even.
Toastmaster Even, your speech, I learned something new. That is, what is a welding pipe? After your speech, in fact, I actually I searched on Google, what does welding pipe means? And then I understand why you shared that the circumference has to be of a specific size. Congratulations to you. You have done very well in your speech. You started off with a very good opening by saying, we know everyone is unique and we come from different culture and background. Congratulations to you too, that you shared how the way you resolve conflicts, where you gave two personal experience as example. One is at work, where you shared about your working experience in Indonesia, and you helped to solve the conflicts between the Indonesian and the Chinese worker. Apart from the technical part of the welding pipe, which I've learned, again, a new learning today, you provided very detailed about how you played your role. You played your role by practicing active listening and through constant communication and being empathetic at the same time. And you managed to resolve the conflict amicably between these two groups of workers. Well done. And you gave a second example about a family conflict where you stayed with your sister and you rented one of your rooms to a Japanese smoker. Pretty interesting experience here. And you shared about your sister was feeling uncomfortable because of the heavy smoke, and ended up, your sister confronted the Japanese tenant. And you gave a positive recognition and feedback to your sister that not to deal alone with the Japanese, is also for her safety. And I like the part where, how the way you handle your Japanese tenant when you told him about your house rule and you gave him gifts of instant noodle, which Japanese is part of their culture, eating Japanese, instant noodle, and he became a happy tenant. I honestly learned a lot from your speech, and conflict is something that everyone goes through every day, even at work, even at home, or even wherever we go, including if buying tickets at the movie, at the cinema. One way is, but I would like to give a suggestion here that perhaps you could give a little bit more illustration. For example, when you describe that your sister was pretty annoyed with the Japanese tenant, maybe you can consider next time to do some illustration of probably holding a cigarette and how frustrated your sister looked like. So smelly, makes my house so smoky smell, you know, that kind of thing, so that we audience were able to understand, illustrate further and better that kind of smoky situation that irks your sister and yourself as well. That's one suggestion. You have very good eye contact where you look at the pinhole. Overall, I love your content of your speech. You have a very good introduction, very detailed content, and then you ended up with a great message where you spoke about emotional intelligence conflicts stems from when the emotions of both parties are not recognized. And through addressing emotion, it can resolve conflict easily. I think this is it is a very powerful ending. Congratulations, Evan. You've nailed it very well. Just work on further illustration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Meili.
Welcome.
Thank you, Meili. And next, I would like to invite Erica to evaluate Daphne.
Good evening, everyone. And well, I would like to congratulate you. Have done a very good job for giving a very good impromptu speech. Two very good impromptu speeches. First of all, you are having a very good gestures, that you were having very attractive gestures and facial expression. And you also good in throwing questions to the audience so that the audience can think in another ways, think out of the box, and also have a good engagement with the audience. So when you talk about eat, pray, love, and when you say that you were thinking of having someone to in love for a few days in Bali, then we're trying to think, hey, what is a very different thought. And then you ask us whether which one is more important, love by others or love by ourselves, and showing an example by buying a small chocolate. I think that is a very good sequence by asking a questions and then showing what is the answer and also the steps of how to do it. For that, I have a humble suggestion, which is the topic is about eat, pray, love. But I can see that you only emphasize on the love, but didn't say anything about pray and also about eat. So it's kind of not so complete, I would say. So I would suggest that maybe you can talk a little bit about eat and also pray. And the second part, think not and just do it. It is very good that you show us, you inspired us by just do it, grab the chance, and then think of how to do it later. I think that is a very good suggestion. However, I have a humble suggestion that you can tell us an example of what if we didn't grab the chance and we just think, and we didn't grab the chance, we didn't do anything, and what will happen? Or something like if we think, we didn't think and we just grab the chance, and what can we have? So it's more solid example, I'd say. So however, I think overall you have done a very good job by telling us the very inspired speech, impromptu speech, and within a very short timing. It is very difficult, but very good job. Well done. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Erica. I believe right now there's a e-voting session for the evaluators. So Rita, would you take over this session?
We have one disqualified for the voting. Exit time. I think we probably have missed out this one. One timer reports before voting. Yeah, but anyway, I think it's already launched. So I'll just update.
Sorry. So the poll shall be end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everyone.
All right, so I will resume by inviting Risan as the table topics evaluator to evaluate 5 of our table topics speaker tonight.
Wait, just let me edit the folder. Okay. Okay, congratulations, Fanny, for bringing up a very interesting topic to discuss about the meaningful of life. So I would like to feedback on every speaker aside. The first speaker, Anuj, I like that you start with a very slow pace throughout the speech. It seems that you're very clever because I can sense that, wow, you're so confident with slowly speaking. And actually, I know that you're thinking about what should I talk next? What should I talk next? So I like the smart way that you confidence with a very slow pace to share about your topic. And just one suggestion that I would like to challenge you is because I realize that you give too many examples of it doesn't matter start with what, it doesn't matter start with what. I feel that that session, actually, you can just maybe sharing with 2, 3 examples instead of you give, I think, more than 8. So I would rather challenge you to try share on what you really like about as like the ending. You also end with a quote of don't worry, be happy. So it bring up the meaning of what is the life mean to you. So this is my suggestion to you. Don't, when we give a negative example that we don't want, try to avoid to use too many examples. Okay. And for Peter, I like that you start with the example of giving different people have different important meaning in their life. So you share about grandparents, parents, and also as yourself. Now, I think you also give an example that you have no money and all. Or now you think the ability of thinking is the most important in your life. So you give us the example that we can link to your topic. So this is a very interesting way to engage audience attention when we give the example that relevant with our life. And the challenge that I would like to challenge Peter is the tonality, because maybe it's also in a way of sharing your topic while you're thinking. So the tonality seems a little bit flat. So maybe you can try to challenge yourself to have different, maybe the volume is up and down and also fast and slow. Try to challenge yourself in when doing the table topic. Try engage in different tonality. Okay. And for Daphne, wow, I love how you start with your table topic differently. If not thinking I myself, if I were, and you just direct into a character that you are in the celebration of 150 years old celebration. We start with toast with everyone. Wow, this is very out of imaginations, and you are. I would say that you are very creative in delivering your table topic session. Well done, definitely on that. Just that one suggestion that I would like to suggest you is try to relaxations as like word of the days today, because I think that you are sharing the table topic into aggressive and excessive method. So it seems so serious. Even you are in the celebration of 150 years old, you still talk like your face expression so stressed. Why? It's a 150 years old celebration, right? So yeah, you're smiling now. So you should smile and relax during your sharing on your table topic since you are celebrating, right? Okay. And for Asmil, I think Asmil share a very good example on how we should do a table topic, how we can share on table topic immediately, because he used the example of past, present, and future. He shared about the past in 20 years old, what is important in his life, 30, and future, what he wants in the future. And this is how we can try to deliver our message during the table topic session. So Asmil show very good example. Just one factor on Asmil is I feel that the topic is how to make your life more meaningful, but it seems that you are sharing what meaningful in your life. So I think you twist a bit on the topics that the questions that share with you. So this is my comment to you, Asmil. And for Kai Hong, congratulations that you try to attend a table topic session with showing us what is the father love. Because throughout the sharing, I can see you smile. You show the importance of your son by showing the smile and give the example. Just a little bit challenge to Kai Hong is when you share, I would suggest you when you share the topic, maybe you can also share a little bit example that what's your planning of your son or how chubby, how cute he is to us. Then we can be more into your story. So that's it, my comment, and back to you, GE.
Thank you so much, Rison. Now would be the technical report session. The first one to be invited to the virtual stage will be the grammarian report by Rachel.
Thank you. Let me share my screen now. Okay. For your information as a grammarian, although this is a technical role, but this role actually is helping us to improve our listening skills, as well as to improve our critical thinking, which means when come to area of improvement, whether that improvement is like, for example, it is because of the grammar or verb or the usage of the English, and as well as we would like to to evaluate if that phrase is a good phrase for us to use. Okay, so this is the benefits to be a grammarian. So here is my grammarian report. So for your information, I note down that only a few of us are using the word of the day, relaxation. The first of all is from POD, which is Michelle, who use it, and followed with Anuj, and then I managed to catch it when Rison use it. So if let's say I miss out you use the word of the day, you may always PM me on this. Okay, so as I mentioned, that this role is helped me to improve my listening skills. Okay, so tonight, most of the time I managed to capture the good phrases used, but for Anuj, actually there is a lot of good phrases used. However, I managed to get the whole complete good phrases used, which is if someone do not give you a face value, just move on. Okay, then follow with even I managed to get two, which is to one is to validate both parties' feelings. Actually, she used it in a good way of to resolve the conflict. Okay, then I recognize my sisters by voice out her feeling. I put it here as a good phrases use is because it is a recognition for her sisters to voice out her feeling. Yeah, because sometimes we forget to recognize when they voice out their feeling. Right? Then for Stephanie, I managed to catch is what is more important from her speech and get more love from others. I mean, these are the, although it is a question mark, but it is something to trigger me to think of what is more important, which is resonate to what her speech content. Yeah. So as table topic speakers, I like the way that Anuj used I can spread the happiness, and I like the ending, which is don't worry, be happy. And Peter is about the ability to think, then follow with definitely live our life to fullness. And as we said, every I forgot already the front one, but when we get together, that's the meaning of life, right? Then for Erica, I managed to catch that. I would like to congratulation. Actually, congratulation, you use it here is a noun, but when you what you call spit it out, then you might want to use the verb. I would like to congratulate you. Okay? And for Michelle, I managed to catch the understanding of conflict resolution. Okay, that's all my report. Thank you. Back to you, Yanni.
Thank you, Rachel. And next would be the R counter report by Jaslyn.
Good evening. Yeah, relaxation mode, it will put everyone's minds in a better frame. Okay, so I'm very proud that to share these reports. Very few people using repeated words. Can you see my slide here now? Can you?
Still in sharing?
Yeah, can you see?
No, haven't appeared yet. Yes, appear now.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to add Zoom it.
And
Zoom.
Okay, better now?
Yes, thank you.
So, as you can see very proudly that we have very few repeated words because everybody was so relaxed due to this is Friday night, right? So our first speaker, Anu, totally don't have any filler words or repeat words. And our second speaker, I noticed that initially it was well done, but just that at the end, she was rushed for time. So that's why the R keep repeating. Well, she mentioned about her story, staying with the Japanese. Then the third speaker, Daphne, also very few repeated words and filler words, only one R. And our evaluator, Peter Chiu, only have one repeated word in and two R. And our second evaluator, Mei Li, totally don't have any filler words or repeat words. And Erica Gore have 12 R and 2 and only one repeats words of thing. And for our SAA, right, initially she have 2 R and 3 And for our TOE, Michelle, she have only 3 R. And our GE, she have 2 R during the introduction. And then our table topic funny have only 2R. And for our table topic first speaker, Anu totally don't have anything. Anu really very relaxed, so that's why put him in a better mind. And then the second speaker, Peter, only have 1R and 1 repeat word, I hope not. And we have third speaker for table topic, Daphne, also don't have any filler words. And Asmir, same to him. And for our fifth speaker, Kai Hong, have 8R, 1 And for our table topic evaluator, Rishan, have 2R, 1 And for our grammarian, Rachel, have 5R and only 1 every repeat words. I pass over to our GE.
Thank you so much, Jesslyn, for your counter report. And lastly, our final technical report would be the tiger report by Angeline.
Hello, everyone. Wait a minute, I'm going to sharing my screen. Sorry. Okay. Are you able to see my?
Yes.
Blocking my way. Give me a minute. Okay, quick one. So for the topic, I'll start with the topic master first. Topic master, Anu, your time is 2:03. Basically, for the topic master earlier as the report, I already shared, everybody is qualified, and this is the time they completed their speech. And for the prepared speech, we have 1 disqualifier, exceeded the time from the original expected time is 7 minutes even. Evaluation part, we have 3 evaluators, mainly exceeded time with 4.4 minutes and 40 seconds. Coming through the technical roles, we have the Toastmaster, a table topic evaluation. Risan, as per the agenda, she have 5 minutes. So she speak a little bit exceeded, but I think I still give her yes. 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Rachel within time and Jasmine within time. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Angeline. And that's all from my evaluation team and also technical role player team. And now will be my evaluation as a general evaluator. So first of all, I really hope that this meeting has brings everyone to the state of relaxation you need after busy work schedule, and especially it's Friday, right? Thank God it's Friday, because tomorrow it will be a holiday, a weekend for everyone to take a break. So I will start my evaluation with the evaluator team first. So first of all, I like to really say a big thanks to all the evaluators for giving their motivation, giving their evaluation speech in a motivational manner. And most of the evaluators has summarized the speech by the speaker and also given example on the good points and also improvement that the speaker would need to take note of. And of course, by the method they are using, opening, praising, go with improvement, and last with a conclusion. This method is always called as a sandwich method. And now I would like to give an evaluation of improvement. I would like to give suggestion of improvement to the evaluators generally, and I doesn't want to specify who said what. So this is for everyone to take note, so that I hope that my tips will actually benefit everyone here in the room, not only the evaluators. So number 1, when we praise someone at the beginning, avoid using a but at the between of it, and you mention what are the improvement, because the word but itself actually is like saying, oh, whatever you're doing good is right in front. After the but, then it's like defeated the whole purpose of you mentioning everything at the front, right? So this is one. The first one, I would like to suggest avoid using the word but. Second, look for small details in a speaker's presentation, whether in the whole presentation, are they holding a pen? Do they keep on touching their hair? Or if they keep on touching their shirts and stuff like that? Because all this gesture is unintentional in the speech. And if you mention, the speaker will take note and, oh, they don't even realize they actually done certain actions. And I believe they will be very appreciative if you have mentioned this to them. And the third one would be, comes to speech project, it will always best to mention about speech objective. Have the speaker achieve their speech objective after delivering that 5 to 7 minute speech. So after you mention speech objective, all the evaluation that you given will guide towards that direction. And that would be easier for all the evaluators to think about what they need to write, what is the improvement points, and that's totally the tips, right, based on the speech objective. And lastly, also take note on how evaluators able to help the speaker to reduce their timing in presentation. And at this point is to focus on their content. Is there any certain content that you feel too much that if they cut short a little and they just straight away go to the straight to the point, then it will be beneficial and the speech will be even more impactful than a long lengthy one, right? So that would be for the speech evaluators. And now would be the table topic evaluators reason. So I have one challenge for you, because this is a comment by someone when I was a table topic evaluator, and he mentioned 1 to 2 minute speech. How can, just try to imagine if we wanted to present in front of a CEO or present an idea in front of anyone, how can we impress someone within 1 to 2 minutes? And that is wholly focused on the content, how we structure, what are the main points. So my challenge to you will be to focus on the content of each table topic speaker. I last time also like evaluate people on the vocal variety and all, that would be the basic, but let's focus on the content. And at the same time, I would suggest to avoid benchmarking any table topic speaker, because everyone have their own speaking style. And due to different topics, they would reveal a different presentation. So for you, I would say you can rephrase the whole thing saying, okay, for this particular topic, this speaker has done very well by saying this, instead of benchmarking, just like, oh, this is a very good one in general. So that would be for the evaluator. And next for our tech team. So since this meeting is recorded, I will still say my suggestion to Rachel. Hopefully she will come back and look at the recording. So for Rachel, it's a very good practice to have table. I personally like the table the most, because it's like, I personally not a very good listener. So I see things faster than I listen. So when the tech team presented all the tables, I seriously very like it, because I capture it very fast. So that is very good. So for Rachel, my suggestion of improvement would be, when you mention about the good phrases that you wanted to present the good phrases, instead of saying that, oh, among so many, I only capture one, I would suggest you just mention, this is the phrase that is most memorable or impactful to me, which I have noted down right here in this report. That would be better. And then the next thing is to note down as well how many times the word of the day is being used, instead of just mention who use it. And then to facilitate even your grammar report better, you may consider to hide the column of your report, so that you know, okay, right now this section, I just wanted to focus on the good phrases, because I noticed that you have jumbled a little bit at the bottom when there is a huge blank. So I hope that hiding the columns can be a method for you to present the grammar report even better. So for the counter Jelly, I really love that table, and I just wanted to add one more, a little suggestion right there. At the last row of the speaker, I would suggest to add the summation of the word, the total R's that has been used by the speaker, and by then we will know, oh, you know what, in this meeting, R is the most frequent used words, and then we can know that, okay, you know what, let's try to do better next meeting where we reduce the R's and see how can we reduce the rest as well. I feel like it will be very fun to try in every single meeting. Then we will see like, oh, how can we reduce everyone's unnecessary utterance as a whole. And then for the timer, Angeline, thank you so much for the table as well. And I would suggest if when you key into the chat, I will really appreciate, instead of typing 3.4, can you please type 3M or 4S? At least I will know that it's minutes and seconds. I mean, for some of us, we might know what is 3.4, right? Some of us might get it. So let's just generalize and present the report even better. So put the M and S there in the typing chat there, right? So overall, as a whole meeting, I would say, thank you so much, Michelle, as the TOE. When I entered the room, it feels so friendly. And of course, this is my first time joining, because I'm a lady, but I'm afraid to join a whole ladies club meeting, because I feel like, okay, everyone here like having very high status, and I'm like, I don't feel I'm on par at your level. That's why I'm so afraid to attend the meeting when I know who are the members inside. But it's good that I take the first step, when June has invited me, I said, okay, you know what, let's step out from there. A challenge for me to come here. Next one would be overall the meeting. I will just comment on one thing. In order to have a better time control, I believe in the agenda, everyone is given a time duration, like 8 minutes, 7 minutes and all. So if we wanted to control the time better, I have two methods. One is to take a look at the table topic session, the breakdown of the timing, right? Like half milestone, where is the timing? Should I give more time for the table topics, or should I give less time? Because you have to keep in mind that if we keep on giving others time, then your other people's timing will be delayed, right? Like for example, like my report is 8 minutes. Of course, I would like to utilize the 8 minutes. So should I utilize my 8 minutes, or should I cut down my report for the sake of keeping on time? So this will be the juggle when the role player is taking that particular role. And of course, I won't forget our table topic master, Fernie. Thank you so much for all the questions. It's totally triggering the thoughts. And what I love about your role tonight would be you actually practice active listening, where you actually rephrase and summarize every speaker's speeches. That is something really bravo to me, because I still in the journey of learning how I can summarize it. So I really envy you that you're able to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for having me. And I hope the tips or the suggestion that I provided able to, bring this whole meeting to the next level. Thank you so much. Back to you, Michelle.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam GE. Danny, thank you to all the technical role players and speech evaluators as well. I know this is Friday evening, and I know many of you have just had a very long week, and it is quite tiring, but I do applaud and I do acknowledge the effort you have made to show up tonight and play your respective roles. So once again, thank you so much for bringing the passion and the energy to your roles tonight. It's been a pleasure being your Toastmaster of the evening today, and I would like to sign off as TOE, and at this time I'd like to pass it over to President June Bay. Over to you.
Thank you, Michelle. Sorry, my voice is very sexy today. So I tried to also wrap up this meeting by announcing the winners of our voting. So let's call the first category, which is the best speaker.
We don't work for speakers.
We don't, all right. So we will skip to table topic or evaluator.
Rita, can we have the slide?
All right. Our best table topic.
Is it correct that the evaluation also went over time, so that we don't have evaluator?
Yeah, correct.
Is that
Only
true?
table topic. Yes, you're right.
Okay.
Table topic.
All right. Hold on a sec.
Wow, Anuj.
Oops, hold on.
The best table topic winner is Mid Valley Toastmaster Anuj Gupta. Congratulations.
Okay, ready?
Thank you.
3, 2, 1, smile.
Well done. Thank you. Next, we would like to call upon our guest for Peter Chiu taking the role as a speech evaluator.
Ready? 1, 2, smile.
Thank you, Peter.
you.
And the next one is Mei Li.
Ready? 1, 2, smile.
Thank you. And Yani, our general evaluator. Thanks for the constructive feedback and some of the things that I also learned from you on different roles that you given different comment.
Ready? 1, 2, smile. Thank you.
Thank you. Please come more often. We are not that special or any different prestige. We are just a women. All right. Is there anything else? So there's one quick announcement or maybe two. Next month onwards, April, our meetings will going to change from first and third Tuesday. So it's going to be online. We start at 8 p.m. sharp. All right. And second is for those members has yet to submit your renewal of membership, please do so. So I'd like to especially call upon our members like Erica, Ewan, and Jaslyn that is in the meeting now. Sorry, I put you on the spot, but I have to. Please pay. If going for 6 months, it's 250. And if you're going for a year, we'll give you a special discount. It's 460, but pay before 10th of March. All right, we need you. All right. So I'm sure everyone have a fun time and a fruitful meeting today. Yeah, that is our renewal, membership renewal poster. So it's all in our WhatsApp group already. Thanks for our VPM that putting up on the screen. All right, before I end, I would like to open up for any guests that would like to share any announcement or on your club activities. No?
Can I say something, but it's not about my club activity, but more on my experience of joining tonight's club?
Sure, Lily.
I think I mentioned this earlier before the meeting tonight. Tonight's meeting started. Is that it's very unique that all members are female, and the theme of tonight is Eat, Pray, Love.
Right.
Yeah, and I remembered I watched the movie before. It occurred to in my mind before the meeting started. I had a quick shower, and I asked myself, all are female, perhaps don't know whether you go braless or not during the meeting. You know, because I came from a girls' school during my secondary school days. So during PE lessons, we change into our PE clothes in the class, and we look at each other's assets because we have the same assets. Yeah. So I was actually looking forward to tonight's meeting.
Thank you.
Because Grace shared with me about this Venus Club, and she has been asking me to join and say it's very energetic, all female, so you can just be yourself. And
Yeah.
I guess I thought that includes being braless, but please pardon my
Hey, Lee Yong, I used to work for Victoria's Secret most of my career. Nobody is allowed to go braless, all right? Everybody goes to VS and buys bras.
That one's different because your product is bra. So if we go braless, Victoria's Secret,
No business.
Not allowed.
selling only perfume and lotions.
Yeah, not allowed, okay?
Not
Nobody.
allowed. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
I used
and
to work at
also-
Victoria's Secret as well, Anush.
sorry, you used to?
Yes.
Oh wow, where?
In Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, when I was a student, college student, I used to do part-time at Victoria's Secret in Richmond, Virginia.
At the store? Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic.
at the store. I was the cashier, I was the salesperson, I was even
Wow.
the person at the back in the storeroom.
Fabulous.
Michelle, you had the privilege to try on all the bras there. Wow.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you a secret. Because I was an employee there, I had about 30% discount. And so at that time, silly me, I just thought, you know what? I'll just buy all the bras and underwear and whatever I can for the rest of my life. I spent all my paycheck on their products. And then years later, I realized, oh my gosh, you know what? If you don't use it, you lose it. So
I agree.
I can't use it like 10 years later because yeah, it's no longer either in fashion or it's become
Or your
loose.
size increase, especially after MCO effect.
Yeah,
So there's
exactly.
also the staff sales that happen for the 2+, 3+ season older stock. There you can get for like really cheap, like 5 ringgit, 10 ringgit, 25 ringgit, like that. So
Wow, that's
like,
very cheap, lah, Anush.
So-
How come I didn't get to know you much earlier, Anush?
Not too late, right?
So I mean, women in the office, they used to come and like take cartons, and it used to be like it's like a adventure game that happens the moment the sale starts, and all the women are like clawing for all the products. Oh my God, I'm like,
Imagine that.
I want to open the sale and move out because I don't want to get hurt. And but this was in Dubai though, where these 5, 10 ringgit, 15, 25 ringgit stuff happened. Over here in Malaysia, not so much. For that, you'd have to go to like GPO, JPO, the outlet stores. You'll get good deals on the lingerie there.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that they are very far away from me. Otherwise, my salary will be gone by then every month.
Michelle, I worked at Waliram in Malaysia, managing buying merchandising for APAC.
Oh, Valiram Group. Okay.
So now I've moved back to India, and now I'm just gearing up to start my MBA next month. So that's how I know. And somehow for the past most of my career has been in Victoria's Secret, and I've worked in women-heavy environments, women-dominant environments with a complete women-dominant brand, and now here I am at a all-women's Toastmaster Club. So
You're our sister then. You're such a lucky man. Work with Victoria's Secret. Wow, I'm so envious of you.
yeah, well, there's no models walking around in office, but still it's a fun brand to work for.
You must be very good at buying bras then, because you see bras all the time, right?
Yeah, I can ask all the questions related to buying, and I can get away with it.
May I suggest we bring this topic after the recording stops, because right now the meeting is still recording.